a great culture could be the most important job of a leader. Culture itself is the reason employees are either engaged or disengaged in their work. Jody Holland joins us to talk about how leaders build culture. This is essential. This is a skip that should not be, or a step that should not be skipped, right?
Should never skip this step. And actually, we're going to talk about the first 3 P's of this today, and then next week we'll hit the last piece of this. But the first piece is what's called the people first syntax. Now, syntax is the order of your sentence or the order of your message. And I hear a lot of times where leaders are like, you know what, we really need to focus in on this budget and this profit. We got to cut. Oh, but our people are important. So that is not people first. That is people last after all the other stuff. In the order of focus, if you put your attention on your people, they will give you more of your profitability and your success. Second thing is purpose has to come before profit. It's not that profit is not important, so I don't want anybody calling in and being angry that I said don't make money, because I do believe in making money. Like Simon Sinek says, it's like a 55-45 split here. Purpose is 55% of your focus, profit is 45% of your focus. The profit is a byproduct of putting your people first and giving them a purpose to work for. Just with these first 2 steps, what you'll find is there is as much as a 300% difference in the amount of work output that an employee can give you from not putting them first and making money more important than purpose versus going the other way. So if I can produce 3 times as much work, we are all so much happier in the organization than what we would have been. And then the final one is continuous improvement or focus on people's potential. Now, my personal mission in life is to help people find their potential so they live a more fulfilled life. When I go into an organization and they say, well, how often should we be training and investing in our people? The answer is always. And I know that sounds a little cliche, but people always have room to improve and they can always get better. There isn't a point in my 20+ year career in leadership development that I've thought, I know everything. I don't need to learn anything else. My potential rests on the fact that every single day I wake up, I read, I study, I learn from other leadership gurus. I'm always trying to focus on how I can move myself forward, which is what we're supposed to do with our people as well. So when you do those 3 things, the first 3 P's of building a great culture, what you find is your people get excited every day, including Monday, to wake up and go to work and like, yes, we get to go do that thing that we love to do today. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait to get there. That's what we want. That's when people give us their discretionary effort and they produce 3 times as much as what they would have produced otherwise.
I think also if leadership does that as well, and if staff sees leadership engaging in those themselves, those continuously learning and things like that, and sort of cascades down.
Well, everybody does follow the leader. I can't overstate how important this is. The leader of any organization sets the tone for the culture and sets the tone for the mood that people will have within that organization. So when you go out of your way to come in happy, to look for the good in other people, to put purpose before profits, to make sure you invest in people's potential, you get that people equation right first, then everything else seems to just fall into place.
I love that. Very good advice today. Now, Growth Conference is around the corner. It's in February. If you want to be a part of it, learn more from Jody Holland, check out that link over there. We're also going to put that link over on our website. But if people want to get kind of weekly tips from you, they can do so as well, right?
Just text Jody to 66866 and we'll get you signed up for every Monday getting a leadership tip.
All right. Check out Jody's websites as well for more info. All right. We'll be right back after this. You guys don't go anywhere.